Okay, so the first thing that we would like to do is to set up our work area. So make sure that you've covered your table with your tarp so that you can protect your table surface from getting paint on it. After you do that, now let's set up our actual little ornament workstation. So you have 2 pieces of green floral foam in your kit, and you have a piece of parchment paper. We are going to wrap this foam with the parchment paper so that when we pour our paint on, we don't get our foam covered in paint. We're going to go ahead and wrap our foam. So we're putting two of our pieces together side by side, putting it in our parchment paper, and then we're going to try to wrap this paper around the foam. And we're going to try to secure it using a rubber band. You could try to use push pins, you could try to use some tape. We've tried a couple of different things, and the rubber band seems to be the best option for us. So whatever you need to do to get it to stay on there, go for it. Okay, so next we're going to take one of our popsicle sticks, and we're literally just going to poke a hole. You may have to start that hole with some scissors. That's totally fine, but you're going to put that popsicle stick right in there to create the base. The next thing that we're going to do is we'll put the ornament on the base. So let me just walk you through how to open the ornament. So you see at the top of the ornament there's the round circular ring. What you want to do is you want to pinch that ring very carefully. And once you pinch it, what you're going to do is you're going to pull it straight out very slowly. Our goal is to not have the ring pop out at us. So we just want to pull it up a little bit. And then once we get it up, then it should be very easy to just lift the top of the ornament straight off. And then you can sit that piece to the side. Okay? So now you have your ornament. Alright, so now we'll take our base and we'll sit the ornament over top of that popsicle stick. And this is what is going to hold our ornament in place as we do our pour. So in this video, we are just going to walk through doing one of the ornaments, but clearly you have 3 in your kit. So you can do this again, use these same pieces, and rock and roll, okay? All right, so we're gonna get ready to mix our paints. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and mix our paint. So you need to pick the colors that you want and have your pouring medium ready. So what I like to do is I like to sit my paint cups. You can do 3 or 4 colors here. We're gonna do 3 for this demonstration. So we're gonna set our paint cups out in front of you. If you take a close look at the paint cup, there are measurements on this cup, okay? So we're gonna try to utilize these measurements as best as possible, okay? So this is what we're going to do. We are going to add our paint to our cups first, and we're gonna add a 1/4 ounce, so 0.25 ounces of paint into each cup. We are going to be mixing, blue and yellow together because we're going to try to create green. So we're going to go ahead and we'll put our colors in. We'll try to do our mixing and everything, and then we'll be back to show you what we did. Alright, so once you've mixed your colors and you have all of your paint in your cups, the next thing is to add in the pouring medium. So we're also going to add a 1/4 ounce of the pouring medium. So if you're looking at your measuring cup, you're basically going to add medium until it reaches the 1/2 ounce mark. So you did a 1/4 ounce of paint, and you're now doing a 1/4 ounce of pouring medium that will bring it up to the half ounce mark. Alright, so once all of your colors are mixed, what we're going to do is what's called a dirty pour over top of our ornaments. So we're gonna take an empty cup, and you can use one of your medicine cups if you want, but I tend to use one of the larger white cups. Okay, so you want to go ahead and take your white cup, and what you're going to do is you're going to layer your colors inside of this cup. Okay, so we'll start with the green, and we're just going to pour a little bit, maybe to cover it, just so we can't see the inside of the cup anymore. Like, we're just going to pour, we want a full layer, but we don't want too much. So just so we can't see the inside, and we'll hold it up in just 1 second so you can see what we did. Okay, so we poured a layer of the green into the cup. So next we're gonna add a layer of white right on top. Just pour it right in the center, right on top of that, and we're gonna do a layer of white. Every time you pour in the layer, you want to make sure you hit right into the center. And now we're going to do our blue. Start right in the center, and we're going to pour the paint. You have some options here though. You could just pour it right in the center and let it fall down, or you can pour it in a little circle until it all comes out the cup. Now you might not need to use all the paint, but put some on, allow the paint to roll down the ornament, give it a few minutes to roll down, and then if you feel like it's not reaching, the bottom, you can always add a little bit more paint onto the top. So just play around. Go for it. Little circles. Just little circles right at the top. Yep, just like that. Just keep doing it like that. Yes. Yes. Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? And just let it drip down the sides. Yes, there's going to be some wasted paint here, but it's all about the process. So at this point, basically what you do is you're just going to let this set and let it dry. Now, I have found, because we're using acrylic paint, that it does dry faster than some other paints. So I would set it aside and give it a good 2 to 3 hours to let it dry, and then you're able to actually handle it. The paint that we're using is matte paint, so our ornaments are going to be matte. They're not going to be glossy. So if you do want it to be glossy, then I'll let you know what you could potentially add to it to give it that gloss. And if you're looking at it and you're like, I don't love it, then pour some more paint on top. It's like, you can't go wrong. Just keep pouring paint on it until you're happy with it.